It was just a late night food delivery. One order, one drop off, nothing unusual. But sometimes the smallest actions echo the loudest. A simple DoorDash delivery around 4 a.m. would become a crucial piece of information in the Idaho timeline. This is a story of how that moment helped investigators trace the final hours and why every digital footprint tells its own story. That night on November 13th, 2022, it was just a normal night in Moscow, Idaho. We all know the story. November chill, late night hum of college students, porch lights flickering on the hillside. Just a few hours earlier, there was laughter inside this house. A few friends just winding down after a night out with their friends. Phones lighting up with messages, music still playing low in the background. And somewhere, an app notification. Your DoorDash driver is approaching. We all know the story that hours later, the next day, around noon, 4 college students were found slaughtered in their house on 1122 King Road. Investigators began reconstructing a precise timeline from every source that they could. Ring camera footage, digital footprints, everything. At 4 a.m., a driver followed her GPS directions to a quiet street on King Road. It was dark still and hauntingly calm. She couldn't find the house. So she got out of her car and she walked around with a flashlight looking for 1122. Inside the house, Xana was anxiously waiting for her DoorDash order, but it was late. About 15 minutes late. Finally, the DoorDash driver was able to locate the house and drop off the order at 4 a.m. That timestamp would become one of the most important anchors in a case that actually gripped the nation. That moment confirmed something vital. Someone inside was awake and alive and interacting with the world. The driver's name was Molly. You could actually see her on ring camera footage leaving King Road. But she had mentioned some odd things in her interview, and I actually have the interview that I'm going to play on this video, so make sure to watch. At first, she mentioned some woman with brunette hair in the window, and every time she would look up there, the girl would duck. She gets more into detail in the police interview, and that's what I want to show you. She also mentions that she saw a driver who was actually really close to her because it's a very narrow road. She tries to remember how she could see him, but she says that the dome light must have been on. The guy that she described in the car that she saw doesn't match BRY KOHBERGER. Blonde, spiky hair, a beard, and a light-colored shirt. I mean, just take a moment. I want you to watch this video, and I want to know your thoughts in the comment section.
At night at that house?
Yes, I have. Yep.
Okay, so you know that the number for the house is right there under the light, and it's very hard to see at night. That was probably my biggest problem, was trying to find the number. I didn't actually realize that I was there, which is why I was probably there for about 15 minutes. And my clock, or my map on my phone that tells me where to go, kept telling me to go up and around. Instead of, I actually initially pulled and parked up right there, parked right in front, but I didn't see the number, so I didn't know. And my map kept telling me to go up and around and in there. I kind of walked around with my flashlight, some on my phone, trying to figure out where it was. I remember when I pulled up, I saw the girl in the window that he told you about. Up at that top window on the left. I would swear that she was swinging on a hammock or something, but she could have just been on the top of a bed or something. It seemed odd because she was watching me. And usually when you do an order and somebody sees you, if that's where it's from, they see you, they come running down to the door, whether it's a no contact order or not. And she jumped right down as soon as she saw me and saw that I saw her. I noticed several times as I was walking around and trying to find the place, she would pop back up in the window and I would see her again.
Okay. Give me 1 second. This is it. So, okay. Show me this board.
Thank you.
Those are pretty good. I don't know if you've had them. They're pretty
I haven't. So I thought it was weird that she kept jumping in and out of the window. Long brown hair, younger girl. There were parties going on all around, lots of noise. I mean, they were everywhere. At one point, I remember I got in my car and I actually drove up here to see, because I thought maybe there was a road but I do remember that when I was walking with my flashlight on that road, there's nobody out there and it's dark. And I'm a girl and I've got a flashlight. A car came driving by. It was a sedan. It was tan. And the gentleman that was driving, I remember it because it was odd that he did not look at me. You see a girl out there walking around with a flashlight. You look, you see what's going on, and if they're nothing, just completely zoned and out of it, almost. And that's why I thought it was odd that he just drove by me. There was no stopping or anything. And I eventually walked back up to my car, got my car, drove down, and I was like, this has got to be the house, the way the numbers are going. And so I pulled into the drive in there, and that's when I noticed that the light had been blocking the numbers. And I saw the car after I had already parked up here, and I was walking down.
walking down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was driving down. We were right around here when he went through.
Okay. So you come around, so then you go and drop everything off. Did you see the car again after that? Did you?
It did not.
Did not?
It left.
Okay.
It's just, the only reason, like I said, I remembered it was because it was odd that he didn't look at me or wonder what the heck I was doing.
Yeah.
And he was very just,
Looking straight ahead.
yeah, and there was nothing. And so that seemed odd to me.
Okay.
Especially to be a girl in the dark. There's not a lot of light on that road
No,
at
it's
all.
dark. Yeah.
And to be walking around with a flashlight and looking around and poking around somebody's yard,
Yeah.
you would think most people stop and they're like, are you okay? Is
Right.
everything all right?
Especially early morning.
Exactly. It just seemed odd to me.
So when and I've been up there quite a bit, but the road's fairly narrow.
Yes.
Were you pretty close to this car? Or were
Yes,
you?
I mean, it drove right by me.
How close do you think it was?
Not very far. I mean, I'm walking on the road. I didn't walk in the grass or anything.
Yeah.
And so there's not a lot of space, as you said. And then
Yeah.
there's cars parked around
Right.
there too.
Right.
So, I mean, he was right there.
Okay. Did you notice anything about the car? Any sound or anything out of the ordinary?
No, and I've been racking my brain too. Cause
No,
it seemed so odd for him to be there. He didn't seem out of place. He actually seemed very in place. Just his demeanor and everything, he just did not look at all, not even to turn his head.
When you say he looked like he in place, what do you mean by that?
He didn't look disheveled or like at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get ready for work and you're half asleep or something like that, or running or late, or he seemed like very put together and just, yeah.
Could you describe that person for me?
I would say blonde hair. He was male. I would say it's hard because he's sitting down, so but blonde. I would say maybe a light because of maybe a beard, kind of like a short.
Okay.
I keep trying to rack my brain if there was glasses or not, and I can't remember if he had glasses on or not.
Was he white?
White,
Hispanic?
yes.
White?
Yes, sorry, he was white.
Okay.
And blonde, very light blonde. Not the dark blonde where it could almost be brown, but very light blonde. Short hair, clean cut.
Did you notice anything about clothes or anything like that?
Light clothes, but not anything that would stand out. I would almost say he had the light on in the car, now that I think about it, because to see him that well on that street, he would have to have the light on in the car, the dome light.
Yeah.
Because I saw him very clearly, which seems odd for him to have the dome light on. Because I didn't flash the flashlight on him or anything, it's just I turned around and I looked, because the car didn't want to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
And I assumed he would look at me and wonder what I was doing, like most people do.
Yeah. So when you're out and about, and you told me you've been up there twice before that night, Is it common to see cars driving through there? I mean, did you see traffic when you were up there earlier? Do you see people about can you just describe some of the general vibe of the place?
Anybody really? Both deliveries, I had to drive up and I came up and around and in the middle. They were both.
Wow, that video is crazy. Let me know what you think about what she had to say to the police officer. Here's a second interview that she had with a female police officer and even gets into more detail. So check this out.
Coming up from behind me, from my right. I hear the car is slow. And I turn to my side to look at it because I know I don't want you to hit it. There's not a lot of room. And it's at night. I'm with a flashlight. I'm expecting somebody to be sitting there gawking at me, wondering what the heck I'm doing because that's kind of crazy. And turning around, and it's a tan light colored car driving by me. It's not going fast. It's not going particularly slow. The dash light is on. It's very easy to see inside. But he's very into what he's doing. He doesn't look at me, and he seems very just not paying attention to anything else going on. But the light's on in the car for some reason, and it's very light inside the car. I don't see anything, bags or anything in the seats. I remember seeing the seats, and nothing like a bag or anything laying around. He had a light colored dress shirt on, short hair, almost pokey. I want to say spiky, pokey hair, and a beard that was not a long beard, very short. Just, not that he hasn't shaved in a couple days, but it's been a while. But not like he was, I don't know, purposefully or not. But older, not a college student. Didn't seem like he should have been right there. And the fact that he didn't even look at me was very strange.
Kind of crazy, huh? Well, technology leaves fingerprints, digital ones, the Doordash receipt, the GPS coordinates, a push notification. They all mark time. Investigators pulled all those threads together. I want to know what you think in the comments section about what she had to say about who was driving the vehicle, how close the vehicle was to her, and how clearly she could see the driver, who did not pay any attention to her. He was on a mission.